Be careful. Sometimes the thing you are chasing becomes the skin you cannot shed. You say you are working for freedom, but the work becomes a prison. You say you are building abundance, but your nervous system stays wrapped in lack. You say you are creating a better life, but the version of you doing the creating is tired, tense, guarded, and disconnected. So what did you really create? You may have created more money, but you also created exhaustion. You may have created success, but you also created distance from your own spirit. You may have created comfort, but you also created a body that does not know how to rest inside that comfort. This is what happens when action is driven by fear. Fear says, push harder, do more. You are behind. You cannot stop. You must prove yourself. You are not safe until you have more. And if you obey fear long enough, fear becomes your master. Even when you get what you wanted, fear still whispers, it is not enough. Keep going. Protect it. Do not relax. That is why some people make the money but cannot enjoy it. They have not shed the survival identity. They carried the old skin into the new room. You cannot create freedom while still wearing the skin of bondage. You cannot create abundance while worshipping lack. You cannot create peace while treating your body like a sacrifice. At some point, you must shed the identity that believes exhaustion is proof of worth. You must shed the belief that struggle makes you holy. You must shed the addiction to pressure. You must shed the version of you that only feels valuable when it is producing, because if you do not shed that skin, you will keep building bigger cages and calling them blessings. The deeper truth is action is powerful, but action from fear coils around you. Action from alignment frees you. When you act from fear, you chase. When you act from alignment, you move with instinct. When you act from lack, you grip. When you act from knowing, you flow. When you act from survival, you consume yourself. When you act from wholeness, you transform. Thought is the venom or the medicine. A thought of lack poisons the action. A thought of worthiness heals the action. A thought of fear tightens the body. A thought of trust opens the path. This is why your inner state matters. Not because you should avoid work, but because the energy inside the work determines what the work becomes. Two people can take the same action. One is acting from panic. The other is acting from purpose. One becomes drained. The other becomes expanded. Same action, different spirit, different result. What skin are you creating from? The skin of fear? The skin of lack? The skin of proving? The skin of survival? Or the skin of knowing? The skin of worth? The skin of purpose? The skin of divine timing? Because the old skin will always try to come with you. It will try to turn your dream into another obligation. It will try to turn abundance into anxiety. It will try to turn love into control. It will try to turn success into pressure. That is why you must shed consciously. Before you act, ask, am I moving from fear or am I moving from power? Am I chasing or am I becoming? Am I building freedom or am I decorating a cage? Will this action cost me my soul or express my soul? That is wisdom. Do not only create the outer thing, shed the inner bondage, because the goal is not to make money while losing life. The goal is to become so aligned, so alive, so clear, and so transformed that your actions carry the energy of freedom before the money even arrives. Then money does not become your savior. Money becomes one more form your freedom can move through. That is creation without self-consumption. That is action without bondage. That is the shedding of survival into power.